It has been 2 months since the last upload. I think longer than that when you count the actual days in. Hey everybody, it's PikeSnell68 and welcome back finally to our Let's Play of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, I believe we were here doing side quests in the Presidium. Not the Presidium, the Citadel. And in this episode, where do I even need to go? Ward's Axis, I think. We're going to be finishing up all the side quests we have to do here. So yeah, as I said, it has been a minute since we last played. Needless to say, during the month of October, I was working on my top 13 underrated Kingdom Hearts songs video. So that was occupying my time for most of October. Then November, I had an idea for another video. I'm just going to talk over them. I had another video that unfortunately did not pan out. I had to scrap everything I worked on for that video because it just wasn't going to happen, unfortunately. And for December, I really have no excuse other than the start of the month. I was really sick. I had an upper respiratory infection. So anyways, we're here to talk to this guy, Zabaleta.
Hey, been a long time, huh?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
Well, I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta? I worked with your mother.
Zabaleta, excuse me.
We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I guess you're not in the service anymore, huh?
You're retired, yeah. You know how it is. Times are tough for vets. They always are.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
20 isn't enough to get you back on your feet, is it?
No. I'll just get a meal, you know.
What happens if you lie?
Sorry, I don't have that much right now.
Yeah, that's okay. I get it. You ever want to come by and talk, I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right? You ever just sit and watch people? You can learn a lot.
What do you say we head down to Cora's Den after shift?
Sounds good. Some of the others are going for Novio's co-welding.
Your biotic skill is extremely impressive, Dr. Tassoni. Is that typical among Asari?
While the Asari have natural biotic abilities, not all have the desire to learn to use their abilities effectively.
And the Asari are the most advanced race on the Council. I wonder if all Citadel races will eventually be natural biotics.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in pro.
Did my game just crashed trying to get on the Normandy? Oh boy. That's funny. Okay, thankfully it worked that time.
Commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Alright, so I believe we need to head back here to open up a comm link with our mother. Yep, comm terminal. It wouldn't highlight that if we couldn't.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak. Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
I know what that's like. Do you remember a Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
What kind of incident?
You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
don't understand. What happened down there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw?
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive man.
He was. Always in laughter and tears. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Alright, so we got some more information on Lieutenant Zabaleta. Let's head back to him and do what our mother told us to. And as you can probably guess from that whole conversation, yeah, being a spacer is the only background where Shepard has parents, and Hannah Shepard specifically, your mother, she has an actual speaking role in the games. I don't believe Shepard's father ever has a role. I could put it on screen if that's different, but yeah. Let's get back to Lieutenant Zabaleta. And we are back.
Hey, back again, huh? I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
I heard you were at Mindoir. I wanted to talk about what you saw.
Why? You think you got something profound to say about it? People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming as they're loaded into cargo pods. And we couldn't reach them. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. All we could do was watch as they hauled people away. I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
I'm not going to give you money to drink yourself to death. You need to stop this.
If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
That fucking renegade option. Oh my god, that's funny.
My mother said to go to the Veterans Affairs office. You're not the only one who's seen that brand of hell. They can help.
The VAO? God. All right. If she wants me to go talk to someone, fine, I'll do it. For her. She always stuck up for me. She always was naive. All the VAO does is pump you full of chemicals. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
Alright, and that was about everything we can do with Lieutenant Zabaleta. We don't even have the option in our thing anymore. And I don't believe we can talk to our mother anymore after this. But yeah, that was that quest, Old, Unhappy, Far-Off Things. However, as I mentioned, that quest is only available if your Shepard is a spacer. What if you're a colonist or an Earthborn? Well, meet Jane Shepard. She is an Earthborn soldier and was the sole survivor in a Threshermaw attack on a Kuz that got her whole squad killed. I wouldn't say that's necessarily a spoiler, that's the whole background for a sole survivor anyway, but let's go ahead and go through this door here in the wards. This is right near Core's Den between markets. We got a guy named Finch here.
They told me it was you, but I didn't believe it. Shepard grew up and turned into a soldier.
Have we met?
Name's Finch. You probably don't remember me, but we ran together in the 10th Street Reds. Maybe you don't remember it yourself, running in a gang. None of the vids mention it when they're talking about you.
My history's a matter of public record. I got nothing to hide.
Really? What if someone gave an interview talking about Commander Shepard's history in the gangs? We're not trying to cause you trouble, Shepard. We just want a favor, for old time's sake. One of the Reds, Kurt Wiseman, got picked up by Turians. We'd like you to talk to the Turian guard in the bar and get Kurt out.
What was this guy arrested for?
Some stupid minor offense. Maybe he had a little red sand. You know how the Turians are. They declared him a problem, and they're shipping him back for a trial.
You're not asking me to break Wiseman out of jail, are you?
Of course not. But word has it you've got some pull with the aliens. All we're asking you to do is pull a little for us.
What was one of the 10th Street Reds doing in Turian space?
Since your days, the Reds have expanded. We do some salvage, a little shipping here and there, that kind of thing.
My gang days are over, Finch. Get out of my way.
Suit yourself, Shepard. If you change your mind, he's over in Cora's den. Take care of this, and you'll never see me again. And Shepard, you might not run with the Reds anymore, but you really don't want us as your enemies.
I'm pretty sure we can take on some petty little Earth gang. Okay, so it does still have it with us, so let's go talk to the Turian guard. Okay, this guy.
Can I help you?
A human named Finch wanted me to use my authority as a Spectre to free Kurt Wiseman.
The xenophobe? I should have known he'd have friends. Thank you for the information. We'll increase the guard on his cell.
I knew you'd rat us out, Shepard. Now it's payback time. When we're through telling our story, the aliens will all know what the first human Spectre really is.
My bio is public record. Everyone knows I ran with gangs as a kid.
They don't know that the Reds target aliens specifically. We've got the backers to handle off-world missions. Your alien friends won't like you so much when they hear what your gang did.
Does Finch share a model with what's-his-name who used to run Cora's Den?
What do you want, Finch? What gets you out of my life?
What do I want? I want aliens off of Earth. I want the Council to stay out of humanity's business.
The 10th Street Reds was a gang, not an Earth First movement.
They're a human movement now. You think the Vids will make that distinction? I can find a dozen Reds who'll swear they saw you kill aliens for fun. Who's going to believe you then?
If you want humanity to be strong, a smear attack on the first human Spectre is a bad idea.
The Spectre is right. This is humanity's chance to prove itself. There's even talk of earning a council seat.
Of course you'd side with Shepard. You want someone who's in bed with your kind.
We need the other races, Finch. That's the best way to strengthen humanity.
Fine, Shepard, you're right. You're not one of the Reds. Maybe you never were.
That man is a xenophobe who thinks he can blackmail a Spectre. You should have killed him.
That's not the way I work.
Goodbye, human. It'll be interesting to see what kind of Spectre you turn out to be.
I remember I played in Earthborn on my very first playthrough of Mass Effect. I remember doing this mission, but I don't remember that standoff with the god or anything. I don't think I ever talked to him. Anyways, we've done Spacer and we've done Earthborn. Let's see what a colonist has going for him. Alright, meet Sarah Shepard. She is a ruthless colonist vanguard. You can even see that I have my... Whenever my VTuber's head moves to the left, you can see that I have my Intimidate maxed out on this character. So, let's go ahead and see what she has for her unique mission.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Commander Shepard, sorry to bother you. This is Lieutenant Girard down in the docking bay. There is a woman here. She was rescued from Batarian slavers a few weeks ago. She is from Mindwar. I guess she was taken in the raid on your town.
You mean she was taken in the raid that killed my parents?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. She got free somehow, grabbed a gun from one of my guys. Now she's holed up here in the docking bay. She says she wants to die. I hoped you'd talk to her. It's a long shot, but you went through the same thing. The raid. I figured maybe you could talk her out of her tree.
I'm not trained for that, but I'll do what I can.
Anything you could do would be great. I don't want to. She's been through enough. I'll have my men stand by for you.
Minus the scarring on her face and the background, this is about how I would have modeled my Shepherd if I had chosen female. Maybe the hair would have been different, I'm not sure. But yeah, apparently something's going on in the docking bay where we just
Do you
were.
regret leaving Citadel security to pursue Saren, Garrus?
Fighting a rogue Spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
I'm pleased that the imminent destruction of all organic life has improved your career opportunities.
Yep, and as we can see, there is stuff going down here.
Commander, glad to see you.
Just tell me where she is, Lieutenant.
Behind those shipping containers. I've got a sniper position, but I don't think we'll need him. She's only a danger to herself. We've got a sedative to calm her down, but we can't get close to her. Every step we take gets her more wound up.
You seem awfully worried about her.
I'm just doing my job, Commander.
One way or another, she's coming out of there.
Don't push her too hard. If she seems liable to pull the trigger, back off, or walk away. I am willing to wait her out. Good luck, Commander.
Alright, well, let's go talk to this girl.
Stop! Stop! What are you?
My name is Shepard. Lieutenant Girard sent me to talk to you. What's your name?
Animals don't get names. The Masters put their symbols on her. Hot metal all over her back. She screams when they do it.
You're not an animal. Your parents, what did they call you? Do you remember them?
She remembers a lot of things. Talitha. They call her that. She doesn't remember the rest. Leave her alone.
I'm gonna take a step towards you now, okay?
No, she's no good! Don't want to be handled again!
What's the last thing you remember from Mindwar?
Fires. Smells of smoke and burning meat. Animals screaming as the Masters cage them. As they put the metal to their backs. Put the wires in their brains. She pretends to be dead. If she's dead, she can't work. But they know. She hopes to leave. But they put her in the pen. She didn't fight. She was already broken when they put the wires in.
You couldn't have fought them off when you were a child. They were bigger than you. There were more of them. They would have killed you.
She wants to believe that. She wants to believe nothing would change. She doesn't want to be there anymore. In the pen, in the cages, lying quiet while they do things to her.
I'm gonna take a step towards you now, okay?
She doesn't want... Don't touch her!
How did you get here? Did you escape?
She can't escape. They have chains, wires, needles. You go too far, they take your brains away. Animals like her come. Animals with guns. They make the Masters explode. She tries to fix the Masters so they won't be mad at her. She puts all the reds and purples back in, but they don't move. The other animals take her.
The Marines who rescued you, they were the first humans you'd seen in 13 years. But you tried to heal your captors. Why?
If the animals can see her, then this is real. But it can't be. The wires, the chains, the hitting. This doesn't happen to her. It's another girl. A dirty girl. Stupid girl. She deserves it. It happens to her. Doesn't it? They see her, so it's real. She doesn't want it to be real.
I'm gonna take a step towards you now, okay?
Please don't touch her. She's dirty. You'll catch it.
What happened to your parents?
She sees them. They're yelling, "Run! Hide!" They hit the Masters. But the Masters, they have lights and hoses. He's melting! Shh! She doesn't want to see that! Don't make her look! Don't look! Stupid!
I don't want to hear that. You survived 13 years in a slave pen. You were strong enough to deal with a memory.
She's not strong. She's weak and stupid. All humans are. That's what the Masters say. She sees them. Mommy and Daddy. Burning in white light, melting, going to pieces. They can't even say anything to her. They're dead, Shepard. They try to save her and the Masters burn them. Can she stop remembering now, please?
I was on Mindwar. My parents died in the raid.
Lying! You get hit for lying! Get the buzz or the burning. Can't be there. Why are you alive? Why aren't you like her? Broken. Only fit to dig and carry.
I fought. My whole family fought and got hit by an artillery strike for their trouble. I got buried under rubble. If they saw me, they left me for dead.
Dead animals can't work. You lose your mommy and daddy, but you don't dig, you don't carry. You stand up. She wishes she could stand up.
Hold still!
No! Ow! She doesn't want to go back!
Sorry, kid. When you wake up, you'll be in a place where they can help you.
She doesn't like needles, wires. The Masters made her sleep a lot. It hurts when I remember me. But she wants to remember.
Is she all right?
I'm fine, thanks for asking. I got the sedative in her. She's out.
I appreciate the help, but don't look down on her. She spent the last 13 years getting treated like an animal. I'll take care of it from here, Commander.
Alright, and with that, we are done with all of the background-specific side quests, and I think we're going to continue next time. I believe we're done with everything in the Citadel, so we're going to head off into space and do more side quests and stuff there. See you guys next time.
After the thresher moths are subterranean carnivores that spend their entire lives eating or searching for something to eat. Threshers reproduce via spores that can lie dormant for millennia, yet are robust enough to survive prolonged periods in deep space and atmospheric re-entry. As a result, thresher spores appear on many worlds, spread by previous generations of space travelers. The body of a thresher never entirely leaves the ground. Only the head and tentacles erupt from the Earth to attack. In addition to physical attacks, threshers have the ability to project toxic chemicals and emit bursts of infrasound as a shockwave weapon. The Alliance first encountered threshers on the colony of Akuz in 2177. After contact was lost with the Pioneer team, Marine units were deployed to investigate. The shore parties were set upon by hungry threshers, and nearly the entire assault force was killed. Alliance forces recommend engaging Threshers with vehicle-mounted heavy weapons.